See me when I'm not live.
Now we're live.
Oh, we are.
Are we?
Yep, we're going. It's going to start reverbing. I gotta fix this. Sorry, everyone.
Okay.
There we go.
All right, you know what? I'm taking my official victory swig now. Yeah.
Okay, here comes the coffee slurp, people.
I drank too much already.
After 2 weeks of bad technical difficulty,
which causes
emotional damage.
There we go.
We are now live.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, we have had 2 episodes that have been lost to time.
Yes.
And we have one that is on Facebook Live on our Facebook page.
Yes.
Yeah,
Go
so
take a look at that.
luckily we have the technology. We were able to rebuild it, make it stronger.
Shut up, Matt.
Oh, okay.
It's also called buying a new connector.
Yeah, we bought a new...
we bought new equipment, yeah.
Walmart is our savior here in this situation.
So I've got a joke.
Uh-oh.
No.
This actually pertains to some stuff we were talking. Some stuff we were talking about earlier today.
All right.
Okay. What's brown and really bad for your teeth?
Oh, no.
I think Matt should answer that.
Oh, with
Coffee?
Maybe.
City and grin.
Black to smile.
Call back.
What is it?
Baseball bat.
True.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
That's the literal true.
Really? That's it. I'm out of here.
What
Louisville Slugger.
Physical damage. No.
So, having sex in an elevator is so wrong on so many levels.
Oh my god.
Oh.
But seriously, guys. My penis was in the Guinness Book of World Records, but then the librarian told me to take it out.
Wow.
Oh, that's actually good.
Special appearance by my wife, everyone.
Cameo.
Oh, man. I think your wife now has emotional damage.
Well, you know that librarian definitely has some.
Yeah, she was sitting there thinking, how could you fit that in there?
Wow. Yeah, because it's that big.
Oh, no. I've seen bookmarks that are bigger.
Stop looking at your penis. Hello, everyone. I'm Joe.
I don't want to say that I'm Eric, but I guess I'm Eric. Help me.
James. JD. The third one that gives his name, I think. It's been a while, guys.
And I'm the one with the shitty grin.
Oh,
What's the name?
Matt.
So, how was your all's week?
So my boss quit.
Oh, gosh.
Yay.
Well, he gave us 2 weeks. He's probably listening now. If you are, hi, Albert.
Alright. Don't
Hello
know you,
there.
but don't care. What? What?
Actually,
What?
threw his real name out there. All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I didn't give his last name or
A
anything.
little hint behind the curtain there.
Yeah. One of my coworkers, Jordan, is probably listening.
Hey.
Yeah. So.
Hello there.
You took it before I could do it.
But as far as the week, it was very busy. Trying to get everything wrapped up with his last day, being today. Trying to figure out what in the hell he does, which is a lot. And I'm tired. Very, very so tired.
I'll get to that later.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think you've got some people that are going to agree with you.
Competition there, Joe.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
He's probably worse off than I am on that. Chugging the coffee.
Trying to stay awake.
Yes.
Yeah.
Eric, how was your week?
So I'm going to keep it very short and to the point. I am really looking at sitting there and telling my boss that I'm gone. Like I'm just gonna go ahead and move on. You used her name. That's funny.
You said the taboo name.
Yeah. Other than that, I actually, since I am the physical media person that likes to still, I'll watch streaming services. I will also, sometimes pull movies off of my bookshelf and, kind of dust them off a little bit.
Some VHSs?
Possibly.
Yeah.
I have a box of VHS left.
Betamax?
No. I've actually never had.
Laserdisc?
Yes. Betamax, I've never actually ever had or owned a Betamax. Would like to, depending on the title. But this past week, actually last night before, I was able to check out view, actually. I would love to say that they were good movies. One of them actually was. One of them. It was horrible.
Is it the one you were telling me about?
It was.
Oh.
Last night, I had taken a nap because I'm old. And I had woken up and I was like, I want to check something out on Tubi. The streaming services that I just found out here recently is owned by Fox.
Oh, wow.
I did not know that Tubi is owned by Fox, but they are.
The more you know.
Right. But I watched a movie called Clownado. It was about Killer Clown. You were gone. Yeah, you didn't. Okay, so it was a movie called Clownado. If you really want to check this out, it is on Tubi.
Oh, excuse me.
2018 film.
Yes.
Oh, man, that just makes
Now, the reason I watched it was because of an actress named Linnea Quigley. She was actually in Night of the Demons. She was actually at Scarefest.
Was she?
Yeah, we walked past her table a couple times. Clownado is basically a group of clowns that run, or like a main clown that runs a carnival. And his significant other kind of cheats on him. Make a long story short, he gets mad. He ends up killing her and the other guy.
Yay, murder.
Before this, she actually goes to her aunt, who was actually in the carnival as well, and she makes how did I say it earlier? A trailer park spell,
Yeah.
to say it loosely. And basically what it ends up doing is taking the group of clowns that are maniacs and turning them into legit, literal tornadoes.
The fuck?
And this is how they get around. This is how they get around the town, killing people. Since the significant other of the leader clown is taken out and killed eventually, the same spell brings her back to life. You cannot tell if she is the bad person or a good person because she's killing people too, just randomly. And it's kind of like, I had to say, like, Tubi has to do breaks in between. They have to give ad breaks. Every single time an ad break came on, I was looking at myself going, what the hell am I watching? Why am I still watching this? This is a piece of shit.
You know what we forgot to do?
Oh, yes.
The intro.
Hey.
Activate Gemix.
Check. I'm ready. Third go.
And we're back.
Yeah. So like I was saying, Clownado, horrible. Today, before I actually came to the podcast, I actually watched a fan-made film.
About Clownado?
No. Thank Christ that was never made. No, it was a movie called Rose Blood. And it is a movie based on part 7 of Friday the 13th, where Tina, the main actress, Laura Park Lincoln, is actually like a Carrie clone. She is actually able to sit there and move things with her mind. Huh. This fan-made film was made, I want to say, 2 weeks after that movie. Like, that's where the storyline goes.
Right.
Is it actually shows her in the mental institution and everything like that after she's already taken Jason out. And brings in, it was a different take on things. And I was like, wow, you know, this actually made it, like, I really thought about not ever watching a horror movie ever again after Clownado ruined it for me. But thank you, Roseblood. It actually kind of brought me back into the fold. So right. I'm really, really glad I did that. Other than that, I said it's short and sweet. Sorry. That was my week.
Was Clownado? It's a shitty week.
I'm saying, that's that's what I'm saying. Like, I know people have said before, like, oh, how was your week? Ups and downs, man. Yeah, Clownado was definitely a down.
Yeah.
And the worst part about it is they left it open for a sequel.
Yes.
Oh God.
Yeah. And when did you say the movie came out?
I think it said 2018.
And it's 2022. No sequel. That's gonna tell you something right now.
There is some good in the world.
Screaming at you that either they didn't have enough money. It was so bad that at the very end of the movie when they're driving off into the sunset, actually, I'm sorry, it was midday. So they're driving off around like 2:00 in the afternoon. And there's just a random guy outside, not an actor, didn't take part in any of the movie. He's just standing out there because he didn't want to move off set.
I don't give a crap. Y'all are making a movie. I'm going to stand right here.
And that's how most of them talked. So badly enough. Okay, so not trying to be politically incorrect, but there was an Elvis impersonator in this movie as well.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
He was a brother. So, yes. Best part of the movie.
Oh, wow.
Okay. JD?
Follow that, JD.
Well, other than I got my one big story, which is work. So this has been kind of my trial by fire at work. So they decided to set up the shift change on me for one person being out. So yesterday I was working from about 2 to 10:30, and then immediately afterwards they're like, "Can you come in at 6 in the morning?"
Absolutely not.
Well, I kind of had to say yes.
You didn't have to.
Well, you know the other option on that. but no.
Yeah, you know what the other option is?
To say no.
No, I was going to say
a clown?
Emotional damage.
But no.
Just say no to drugs, JD. Get it?
Can I say that? Topical. But I saw some topical. But other than that, just been at home, hanging out, talking with someone, having a good time.
Yeah.
But
I'm going to send you the link. I'm going to send you the link to Clownado.
No.
You need to send it to me. I want to watch it.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking. Like, tornadoes and clowns, awesome.
Matthew,
Yes.
how was your week?
Yeah. It was just...
How'd GE go?
You don't want to know. I'll tell you later.
Oh, God.
Been having some plumbing issues at the house.
I told you to stop eating beans.
No, like, this is probably the most exciting part of my week. And
we don't need to know what you and your computer do.
I was going to say, I thought he had a Clownado in his bathroom, but, you know, who knows?
No, it's in my basement. So yeah, like...
You're not supposed to go there either.
Hey, my room is down there. My man cave.
Oh, my God. Do you mean that we can refer to as a people under the stairs?
Yes, you can.
Wow.
He's Harry Potter.
I'm Harry Potter.
Continue.
Anyways, so yeah, I'm dealing with plumbing issues, but that's... Mostly I've just been kind of chilling. Like, I started watching Attack on Titan. I don't know if any of you are into anime. I know JD is.
Yeah.
started watching that just out of the blue. Just felt like watching something, mind-numbing, but then ended up getting hooked onto it. But I actually watched the new Spider-Man movie. It just released on digital.
Uh-huh.
Yep. I actually got around to watching it, and oh my god.
Right?
It's so good.
Me and JD did not try to spoil anything for anyone.
Well, I mean, even if you did, it wouldn't have mattered. Like, whenever I... No, I'm just saying, before I watch... I'm not going to spoil anything. Before I watched... Shut up! Before I watched Endgame, I actually knew what was going to happen. I still watched the movie and enjoyed it. So, I mean, even if you did spoil it for me, it wouldn't have actually spoiled it for me. I still would have enjoyed it.
Oh, we would have totally spoiled it for you if we knew it was okay, Seabiscuit.
Really? Seabiscuit? Really?
Finally got it.
You do understand that was, like, one of his most, like, payoffed movies, I guess. Like, he made a lot of money with that.
Seriously?
A lot of people enjoyed that movie, so yeah. Take it, nobody that sits here, but a lot of people. Yes, a lot of people have seen that movie. I found out that about him today. Did you know that he hurt his back? Like, legitimately, hurt his back in the making of Seabiscuit.
Really?
Guess what he did after Seabiscuit? Spider-Man 2. So he literally... Here's a fun fact for you. Not a spoiler alert because it's actually came off. Because he had hurt back, he became what they say in Hollywood as hard to work with. And that pretty much it's just the lining of like, you're about to be blacklisted because you're hard to work with. But the funny thing is in Spider-Man 2, he was actually let go. He was actually released from the Spider-Man movie midway through making it. Guess who they replaced him with?
Who?
Mr. Jake Gyllenhaal, of course. Prior to being Mysterio. But since Tobey Maguire was dating one of the higher execs' daughter, he actually got hired back on Spider-Man 2. Hence why it still got made with him in it.
Nice.
Yeah. Seabiscuit. That's all you need to know. Joe?
I already told you my week.
No, I'm saying, I thought you were asking me a question while I was saying that.
No.
Oh, okay.
Nope. But everyone, this episode was brought to you by Audible. With more than 400,000 audiobooks, there's always something to listen to.
All work and no play makes James a very dull worker. That's why I use Audible to make the workday go by. If you couldn't tell from this week, I listened to The Shining by Stephen King, narrated by Campbell Scott. Audible has a great selection of podcasts, theatrical performances, A-list comedy, audiobooks, and Audible originals you won't find anywhere else.
So start your 30-day trial and get your first audiobook for free by going to audibletrials.com/GenX. Thanks, Audible. And it will bash your head in.
All right.
Okay, so this week we got some news.
A lot of streaming.
Yeah, so
Yes.
Streaming Corner.
We really need to make a little musical jingle for
really do.
Do. Stream.
Oh.
I mean,
I kind of want to do the like kind of a different version of it, but kind of like Law and Order. Like every time it goes to the courtroom. No, just the
oh.
yeah, and that just tells people, oh shit, here comes the streaming corner.
So, guys, did you all hear about Netflix?
Which one?
They raised their price to $15.99 for the standard service, but that's not our news.
Oh my god, that's not.
Oh, do tell.
Yeah, so they're cracking down on the password sharing and raising prices. Well, I guess it is part of it. Yeah. So, just a few weeks after announcing its latest price hike, $15 to $20.
Depending on the plan.
Yeah. Netflix announced it's cracking down on the widespread practice of password sharing between people who don't live in the same household by promoting them to pay an extra fee for the privilege.
Huh.
Yeah. So this is not the first time Netflix has experimented with the clampdown on password sharing. Last year, the company experimented with an account verification tool to keep unauthorized users from mooching off of other accounts.
Huh.
The hike in price was reported as being due to upkeep and production of newer original shows and movies by the streaming service. So, my question is, how are they going to tell?
I don't know exactly how that's going to work.
I mean,
I do
have our IP addresses whenever we log in?
Well, you got to think too, mobile devices.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
because
so here
you connect to your home Wi-Fi and you do it, and then you're at work watching it on your mobile device. You're not sharing your password. You do have a different IP address.
Yep. This is like one of the big complaints of this whole thing too. Is what if, like you said, you go to a different area? Like, what if you use your phone on vacation to watch a show or something?
Yeah. Right.
So if I go to Maui, I can't use Netflix? Is that what they're telling me?
like you're ever gonna go to Maui.
Aww.
More likely.
He's right, but still.
You're more likely to go to the salt mines in China than Maui.
No, but here
just to go down the street if I'm lucky.
You mean the street corner?
Yeah, exactly. Where I work.
So here's the thing, though. You're sitting there saying, like, how are they going to do this and everything like that? Well, I mean, for right now, this is telling us because if we're correct in assuming on the podcast, Matt was sitting there going, like, he goes, well, I don't have this streaming service. I don't have this streaming service. And everybody on here was like, oh, well, we'll give you the password and everything. And then lo and behold, the next news story that we have.
Right. Someone's listening.
Somebody executively is listening to our podcast, and we're totally okay with that.
Now, Netflix, if you want to include our podcast on Netflix, we're available.
For a small fee.
Well, yeah, they have to pay us.
And by small, I mean huge. I want that Netflix money.
Right.
I just want like $10.
But seriously, I am considering canceling my Netflix with the newest price hike.
I know this is
really
they've been doing it.
Yeah,
How many? This is like the fourth time.
Well, whenever I first originally got Netflix, it was
$7.99, right?
$5.99.
$5.99.
So
Yeah.
I got the list right here actually. So for a basic, no high definition, one screen, it's $9.99. For a standard high definition, 2 screens, it's $15.49.
God.
What is okay? I'm sorry. What does the 1 and 2 screen mean, anyways? Is this like different bedrooms?
No, well, like you can watch it on 2 screens at one time.
So in other words, two
good.
people in the same house can run it at the same time.
Right.
So like, if you wanted to watch something in your room and I wanted to watch something in my room, we could both be on there at the same time.
Because Eric and Matt live together.
I mean, in my fantasies.
Scandalous.
Stop that.
So,
Please continue, JD.
Matt's the big spoon.
Premium, 4K,
I
4
quit.
screens, $19.99, plus shipping and handling.
Yeah, because they ship the shows to you. No, that
They
doesn't
used
actually
to.
I know, right?
To be fair.
I'm old. I am so old, the internet was mailed to me.
And they came in fancy tin cans.
I'm so old that I still have the Nintendo Wii Netflix disc.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, that's part of my
That's
collection.
awesome.
Yeah.
So, like you said, I'm really not understanding how they're going to be doing this whole thing. Like, they're testing it right now.
Right.
The 3 places they're testing is Chile, Costa Rica, and Peru. They're going by viewing profiles into new accounts. And your primary or someone else's subscribers will get prompts to add an extra viewer to their package at a discounted price.
Oh, it's discounted, is it?
Oh.
Along with the $10 hike in freaking premiums.
Discount this.
Oh, no.
Let the record reflect that Joe is doing a masturbating motion. A little bit too long for his actual size.
So see, he's already saying that Matt lives with me, yet they're continuously going each other, like very just.
Well, he is my best friend.
That's sad.
Shut up.
See what I'm saying? They're still going at it.
That's real sad.
I love you, but shut the hell up.
I tell you what.
Eric's my best friend.
How about I just buy like.
It's okay.
How about we just we'll sit back and watch this, Like, watch this
You are my
unfold
oldest
between
friend, not
Matt
like
and
in
Joe.
age, but I have known
You buy the
you
milk, I'll
longer
buy the
than
box of
anyone
donuts.
else.
Like donut holes. Okay.
We're having two completely different conversations.
We are.
I know.
Are you still with us, people? I hope.
No, they're
No,
not.
they all left.
So
Yes.
Netflix.
So here's my thing on this whole thing. Like,
So
they're going to do it. They're going to try to make as much money as they can because Netflix is trying to stay around. They're trying to stay relevant.
Exactly.
With all the other streaming services coming in. If you can actually present new content to me, i.e. when I was in the hospital, they had just brought out the Ryan Reynolds Rock movie that came out that was extremely successful on Netflix. If you could continuously keep making Netflix movies like that and TV shows, I would totally be okay with paying the premium.
I'm not, though, because, I mean, yeah, I like Cobra Kai and all, but...
Here's the thing I have against Netflix is the fact that they came out with so many good shows. They came out with so many good shows, and they dropped them.
Conversation while those two are talking.
But
Teamwork makes the dream work, sir.
Netflix is continuously like it died. They've continuously like brought out good shows. You've broken my train of thought, by the way.
You're welcome.
They'll bring out good shows and then they'll just drop them.
Yes, they have a really bad tendency of they at least let them go for one season.
Exactly.
Yes.
And then they don't renew them. Unless you have a cult following or the fan base is already kind of pre-made, i.e. Castlevania. You already had a built-in fan base for that. So they will sit there and they will go back to renewing certain shows. It is very rare that this happens. You are actually looking up one on Netflix right now that is they're re-bringing out the possibility of Mike Myers returning to play multiple characters, i.e. Austin Powers like.
The new
The
movie.
Penteferate is what it's called.
Yes.
And it looks like he's playing like it's supposed to be like a Illuminati looking group is how it's kind of playing it out.
Kind of, yeah.
But he's literally playing the entire Illuminati group.
Yeah.
Right.
It actually looks really funny.
And again, like I said, this is Netflix. This is Netflix stretching it out to try to stay relevant because you have Amazon Prime, you have Hulu still. Everybody, like, that's the thing I love about the streaming is the fact that every company is trying to one up the other company. So the content is going to be better on certain things. Like you said with Cobra Kai, they're going on to their 4th season.
But they're ending it.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, but they had a decent run. I mean,
they did. But,
you know.
So here's the other thing that I have a problem with.
So this is our last season?
Coming up.
Yeah. The next season's our last one.
Right.
Here's the thing that I have a problem with streaming services. Not just Netflix, but Hulu as well. And any of them that decide to make original content.
Right.
Is that, okay, like, let's take the Lost in Space series from Netflix into effect.
Right.
So they did season 1, next year, season 2. Then they waited 2 years to release season 3. I've lost interest. I've forgotten what's happened before, and I'm not going back to watch it.
It sounds like they're kind of like trying to find a way to soft cancel.
Right.
So they try to wait a while, and then they're like, hey guys, here's another one. Oh, y'all don't want to watch it now? Okay, cancel it now.
Right. And so, I mean, someone who grew up in the 90s, right? Mm-hmm. I'm used to a show coming out with a new episode every week, not released all in one bulk, right? Which I do enjoy the fact that it's all released in one bulk, but I can live with once a week. And
to add to that as well, like some of the other ones, Disney Plus and all that, they're doing the one
once
episode,
a week,
which is smart.
But I'm also used to a season a year. Yeah. Not this, we'll wait 2 years, 3 years before bringing out a next one.
Yeah.
And that really makes me not want to watch any of their original content because of that fact. Mm-hmm. I'll watch established shows. I'll watch stuff that they post on there from syndicated television, but just regular TV or regular like original series. I'm really losing interest.
Yeah, I could definitely sympathize with you on that because there's at least 3 shows on Netflix alone that they came out with 1 season, and I'm waiting for the next season. Like there's one called Fate: The Winx Saga. It's about, this is gonna make me sound really stupid, but it's about fairies. Yeah, I know. Me and the wife love it. It's really cool. It's like really gritty and dark.
We need a queued up laugh track.
We had one.
But that's one of those shows that it drew me in, and it drew my wife in, and we're just like waiting. And all we got so far in a year and a half is a teaser, and it doesn't even show anything. It's just like a teaser that has like an animated graphic, and it's coming soon. That's it. And it's just like, come on.
Right.
If you're going to do original content, at least like give your fans something to look forward to and work on it. Quit just worrying about trying to be the next best thing.
Right.
Like, I understand that competition is everywhere, especially with streaming services, but at some point you got to realize that being the top and trying to, push too fast to get to the top, you're going to lose more than gain.
Well, the thing that I've looked at with streaming services is the fact that when Cobra Kai came out, I opened up my Netflix, and it had been the first time in a long time when the Leatherface series came out for new content.
I actually purchased YouTube Premium just for Cobra Kai.
There you go.
Just for that. That was the only reason. I still have it, but
it's nice.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
It's nice for no ads.
Right, and the thing with it is that once that series, because we're all used to binging something that if it does come out in bulk or whatever, we're notorious for binging through just to get to the very end of it and stuff because we enjoyed it and stuff. But when that happens and that series is over or that content is over for us, do you all find yourself like I'm doing and trying to go to another streaming service that I heard good things about?
Yep.
And going to check out that? And then when that's done, jumping to another streaming service because it's giving at least the original. Say like we're watching something on Netflix and we end it, or it comes to a halt,
right?
And you have to wait so many months for it to come out. Usually it's about 90 days, about 33 months. And then you jump to Amazon Prime to watch that, or you can jump to Hulu to watch that, and then by the time you've went through all of these other different things that you've checked out, you go back to said Netflix, and that is ready to go again. It's very hard to do that. That's why you kind of have to keep your mind open and check out other things when you get the chance and opportunity to do it.
Right.
That way you pick up on different things.
Right.
And everything like that. So with Netflix, I'm definitely waiting for the last season of Walking Dead. A lot of the stuff that I fall in love with as far as viewing material eventually ends.
Yeah.
Like with anything. It's not going to be like Friends or Seinfeld and go for way too long. Usually the series that I enjoy go about 10 years. Like Joe was saying, every year you get another season and stuff like that. One of the things that I really enjoy watching on streaming service right now is The Boys. It's an Amazon Prime. Yeah. They just announced that in, I want to say June 3rd is when The Boys Season 3 comes out.
Now, they just came out with the animated series, didn't they?
I believe so. The reason I'm waiting for Season 3 to come out of The Boys is Jensen Ackles, because Eric Kripke, the creator of one of my favorite shows, Supernatural, actually created The Boys. And he's actually bringing Jensen Ackles in to play one of the main characters in The Boys. Yeah, that's going to be fun to do. I'll actually be able to sit there and turn my viewing off to Netflix and everything like that. Here's the thing. I don't know if I'm okay. If the content's not there, I don't know if I'm going to be okay spending, $15 for the new...
Insert large price here.
Right. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. But I don't want to run out of viewing material. I don't want to be able to not check out. The only streaming service that I don't have right now is Disney Plus. That's the only one that I don't have. Now, there's people sitting here that could possibly hook me up with their password, where I can actually check out Disney Plus.
Why are you looking at me, Eric?
I don't know, but I'm just saying it's the only it's the only streaming service that I don't have. Now,
I still need someone's Amazon video.
Why are you looking at me, Joe?
I'm just saying. Is like they say, is the juice worth the squeeze?
All I need is...
I'm just going to say, as you're drinking your Monster.
Just give me a squeeze.
Yeah, right?
It's closing.
That's the thing. Stop stealing my word.
I've been squoozing.
Yeah. I'm glad y'all take my words.
Oh my.
I'm sorry and you're welcome.
No! That's my saying too, jackass!
Fair.
Alright. I swear to God, Joe, you're going to say something one time and I'm going to send your ass to Raccoon City.
The way I look at it.
Speaking of Netflix,
Oh.
it announces Resident Evil series release date.
That will only air for one season and then be dropped.
Yes. Well, no.
I don't know about
that. 3 years.
And then they'll
release the second season and then they'll drop it. Because there's not enough interest.
You know, the messed up part, JD, is I think Joe is still mad about, Firefly. I think that's what started everything for him. That's why it never got renewed. It never came back. And it was not a streaming service show. But you would love... Well, I don't know. Would you, if Netflix were to sit there and say, if we were to have something on this podcast talk about Firefly renewing their, finally coming back, would you even check that out?
I don't know.
There you go. One thing you can check out on Netflix, though, like I was saying, is the Resident Evil series release date. And I'm trying to stay as upbeat as possible because the last Resident Evil things that they brought out, horrible! Horrible!
I mean, can we even talk about Extinction? I mean, come on.
I actually came across a DVD not too long ago. That was Resident Evil, but it was an animated movie. It was called Degeneration.
That's actually really good.
Right. Why can't they just,
Because it doesn't make money.
Oh, it made money. Netflix live-action Resident Evil series will debut globally on July 14th, so mark it down. That'll be the day that everybody's souls get crushed. The streamer has revealed. The synopsis of the show, as reported by Netflix, is as followed. Year 2036. So it's pretty close. 14 years after a deadly virus caused a global apocalypse, of course.
It's realistic.
Yeah. They could just say, global apocalypse, dumpster fire, same thing. Jade Wesker fights for survival in a world overrun by the bloodthirsty, infected, and insane creatures. Homeless people. In an absolute...
Oh my God!
You did not.
I'm just saying. In this absolute carnage, and look, there's nothing against those people. I feel for them. But this is what I feel for them.
Oh, you feel for them?
Yeah. Okay. It's just, we're talking Resident Evil, man.
Don't feel them too much, you might get infected.
Maybe.
You might get exposed.
Bloodthirsty, infected, insane creatures.
Oh, shit.
In this absolute carnage, Jade is haunted by her past in New Raccoon City. Because you just slap a coat of paint on it, it's good.
Right.
By her father's chilling connections to the Umbrella Corporation. But mostly by what happened to her sister, Billy.
Why'd you say it like that?
Because for some reason when I read it, it's just like Billie Jean.
Billie Jean is another zombie.
Yeah, right? Jade's father, of course, would be Albert Wesker, or Albert Weskers.
Albert.
Yeah. Who will be played in the show by Lance Reddick.
Yep.
The Wire Destiny is what he's known for. Netflix previously confirmed that the show would move between two timelines. Of course it would! Thanks for confusing shit!
Multiverse.
Yeah, right? The multiverse for Resident Evil would be like, I got bit in my arm! And then it jumps to a portal and be like, I got bit in the ankle! How do I deal with this? I'm screwed either way. That's what Resident Evil does to you.
Right.
Yeah. One featuring Jade and Billy as teens, and one set in the future, ravaged by the zombie virus.
Oh, yawn. God, this sounds horrible.
It can't be any worse than the third installment of Resident Evil and everything that followed.
I don't know, because they're not even showing like the T-virus. They're showing like ampules of blood and shit.
You know what they could do?
What?
Just a fresh coat of paint on, what's it called? Oh, the other zombie TV show that Eric just mentioned.
The Walking Dead.
Yeah, The Walking Dead. Yeah.
Yeah, because apparently zombies run in that show now.
Right. And so just call it Resident Evil.
Resident Evil Dead?
Yeah. There you go.
Include Bruce Campbell in it.
Ah.
That'll make the show a hit.
Netflix, you hearing this?
Resident Evil Dead.
Yeah, no, totally. Hey, let's keep screwing up shit and timelines and everything. How about we make Bruce Campbell just a head and call him Zordon? And he puts together like a power team or whatever like that. They can't fight for shit. We'll give him plastic toy dinosaurs like mastodons and like saber-tooths and pterodactyls and shit. Yeah, let's screw up the whole entire, like, yeah, because what's wrong with pop culture? That's fine. We'll call it like the Walking Zed Dead Power, whatever.
I don't know if I can.
Rita!
I will say this.
Goldar!
The one thing I have a big issue with it in the end.
Putties.
Brains next time.
Yeah, Putty Patrol. Instead of a zombie patrol, it'd just be Putty Patrols. I'm sorry, and you're welcome.
Stop stealing my phrases.
You shut your mouth.
The one thing I don't like about this, just already right off the bat, I mean, there's not even a trailer out for it yet, for one, but for the synopsis, where's the whole Resident Evil in this? I see a name drop with the Wesker, but that's really about it.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's holding this together.
It's bad when it comes from a video game and the video game counterparts, like the characters, they say, piss off, and they leave. They're not even actual people. But Jill Valentine was like, screw this, man, not again. I'm not getting my character screwed up over this shit. And just leaves. Hence, Bruce Campbell is just a floating head. He's already been the man with the screaming brain. Why not the man with the blue? Like, he could be like Electro, but just a floating blue head like Zordon.
Let's not drag Marvel into this.
As soon as the Rangers, because you don't want to get sued.
Danger.
Yeah, they just walk up to Bruce Campbell's floating blue head, and he's just like, you know, he doesn't even give them any like tips for survival. He just looks at him and goes, groovy. I'm making a show right now. If it starts to form in our next podcast, I'm going to sit there and be like, all right, we are for real. Yeah, we're mic'd. Not only do our phones listen to us, but next Netflix representatives do too.
As soon as you know, we'll be...
I want royalties.
Yeah, right?
I want all the monies.
But speaking of bringing the MCU into things...
All right.
Our other item on the streaming corner is Miss Marvel. They had their trailer drop and release date announced.
Haven't seen it yet.
Oh, you got to take a look at it. It didn't look that bad. This Disney Plus show, which premieres in June 8th, will be our introduction to Kamala Khan and her origin as Miss Marvel, before she joins Carol Danvers, which is Captain Marvel, and Monica Rambeau. I think Rambeau? Yeah.
I think it's both, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Rochambeau. Yeah.
Remy LeBeau?
On the big screen.
Gambit's going to be in here?
If only.
They will be on the big screen in the movie The Marvels down the line. The show will fairly differ from the comics in the change of her powers.
Yeah.
One reason for the change of her powers is that the MCU isn't messing with the Inhuman show that came out a while back, as they're hoping everyone will forget about that series. Her powers in the comics are more in line with like the Fantastic Four and Reed Richards.
Okay.
She's in the comics. She was able to stretch and grow body parts. Most of the time, like in anything you've seen lately, like I think they had her. They had her.
We're not going there.
Stop.
Reed Richards, man, Mr. Fantastic. Like, does everything stretch? I mean, like, you know. Go ahead.
Most of the time, like I think recently they had that Avengers game, and she was the primary character.
Right.
Most of the time, like her attacks was she would enlarge her fist to do like a pretty comic book punch, pretty much.
Right.
She was able to like grow bigger or shrink, kind of like Ant-Man, as well.
Yes.
That's a big woman.
But in the MCU, it seems like her powers are going to be based on like energy, from like a bracelet that she finds.
Okay.
The way she's going to use the power is similar to the style from the comics, i.e., like energy fist and using the energy to reach to objects from a distance.
So, hold on a second. So, basically, she is going to be a female version and a Marvel version of the Green Lantern.
Kinda. Actually, if you bring that up, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I thought.
Ryan Reynolds, you hearing this?
Yeah.
You should go for the part.
As Deadpool, though. Just walk up to her and be like, no!
But
no.
The way I'm kind of getting out of it, too, they're kind of wanting to do it this way now, just to make it more in line with the MCU structure.
Right.
Right now, to be fair, they don't have mutants yet. Yet.
We already know one's coming.
And it would kind of fit in line with, like, these bracelets being more of a galactic level power item. Because, I mean, we have the Guardians of the Galaxy. Captain Marvel got her powers from space as well. So, I mean...
Yeah, so... Spoiler alert.
Uh-oh.
Not about the movies or anything like that, but... I'm just saying, like, I respect the hell out of Kevin Feige for what he's done with the MCU.
Yes.
Now, with every, thing that we've heard about Doctor Strange, the sequel to that, and who he's going to bring in, i.e. it's been talked about the Fantastic Four are supposed to show up.
Yeah.
Also, it's been brought up the possibility of the X-Men showing up. Here's the fun fact. Now, a lot of the MCU movies that have come out, they've actually also transferred over on Disney Plus Marvel shows,
Right.
i.e. WandaVision and that dumpster fire. Captain America and the Winter Soldier and everything like that. So they've tried to, Loki, they've tried to transition from MCU movies to TV shows and vice versa and everything. Mm-hmm. Here's the thing. If you're going to bring in the X-Men into Doctor Strange 2, into Phase 4 of the MCU,
Yes.
are you also, with bringing Miss Marvel into the fold, are you going to be able to sit there and make a lot of fanboys really happy by letting Rogue get her actual powers by killing Miss Marvel? Because that's what happens.
Oh, no.
Let's not forget that Mystique is Rogue's mother.
Oh no!
You gonna bring all this up? Probably not.
Emotional damage.
Yeah. So good luck with your Miss Marvel, even though there was 2 Miss Marvels.
Yes, there was.
Yes.
Actually, I think one of the Miss Marvels is actually Carol Danvers.
It is. The other one is Betsy Braddock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The British Miss Marvel. Ever since Life of Brian, who really cares about British people? No, what?
Wait, what?
Yeah, exactly.
I feel some bitterness here.
All right.
Whoa.
A little bit.
Get a little heated over here.
Actually, no, I take that back. That is my bad.
Uh-oh.
I kept getting the whole story, that Joe was staring through me. I apologize. Betsy Braddock was not Miss Marvel.
Okay.
Yeah. Betsy Braddock was actually it was the first version of Psylocke.
Really?
Yes. This is before, Betsy Braddock was the version of Psylocke before the stealthy assassin mind got put into her, and she looks as if she does now as Psylocke.
I'm sorry. I'm not that big of a comic book geek as you guys are. Psylocke is that a type of Pokemon?
Oh my god.
You're thinking of Side Duck.
Moving on.
Yes, please. Because Psylocke is my 3rd favorite superhero of all time.
Moving on. I'm going to have to sit there and say, hey, Joe, you're a wizard.
Oh no.
So we get to go.
You're a hairy wizard.
So, Hogwarts Legacy. They dropped the details finally for it and planned. Oh no. And they did a planned estimate of that release date for it finally. Avalanche Software lifted the veil on Hogwarts Legacy during a special state of play yesterday, actually. It was a 20-minute little state of play show that was dedicated to showing off new gameplay and showed plot details. So, Hogwarts Legacy will let you live your full wizarding life as a 5th-year student at Hogwarts. Most of like the rumors and the stuff that I remember seeing, I was thinking it was going to be like the whole 1 through 5. But the way they're doing it apparently in this story is you come in as a 5th-year student. and are trying to learn all your stuff right then and there, pretty much.
That seems kind of dumb.
I don't know. I mean, it had to see how it goes on that, but it includes all the usual stuff like classes, brewing potions, flying on broomsticks, exploring the school's campus on your free time, which, if you know anything about the Hogwarts stuff, exploring on your free time is not a good thing in Hogwarts. They also shared some plot details for Hogwarts Legacy, where the player is tasked with investigating a rumored goblin rebellion led by a goblin called Ranrock. Further noting that there was an uneasy alliance between goblins and dark wizards. As previously confirmed when the game was announced back in 2020, Hogwarts Legacy is set in the late 1800s. Avalanche Studios notes in the latest blog on PlayStation that the decision to set it in this time period was to ensure that your character's story is not overshadowed by a certain other lightning-scarred hero. Though the developer assured fans that the gameplay will be familiar to everyone and everything you loved about the Harry Potter series. They're planning on releasing it this holiday, so November to December.
Well,
say it, JD. Say it. Say Car Ranrock.
Oh man, I don't know. As a Harry Potter fan, I could see the potential in this, and also like I could see that'd be kind of cool. Like if they included like a like an MMORPG style, where you could like say we all had the game, we could all go on an adventure together or something like that, and do missions and things like that. Kind of like how Elder Scrolls Online works.
I'm wondering if they will add some type of like multiplayer element.
I mean, it has a hell of a lot of potential to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's you could have like all kinds of there's tons of lore.
I mean, literally, there's 4 houses.
Exactly.
4 there's 4
and 4 of us.
Oh no. Gen X podcast Civil War.
Who are we? everybody say your houses. What?
Slytherin.
Gryffindor.
Team Ranrock.
Matt Tufflebuff.
Ah. Hey, have you seen Neville? Okay, that's. I would love to be a Hufflepuff. That came out
makes
wrong.
Eric Ravenclaw.
Dude, I'm Quidditch.
That's
a game.
That's a game.
That's a thing.
I don't care.
He's a dirty muggle.
He's a squib.
Aww. You know who's read a lot.
Right.
Actually, I know these words because of my wife. Although I did buy the books for my daughter, so eventually I'm going to read them.
No, you won't.
Probably not.
It's worth it. I recommend it.
So what's going on with MGM?
Oh, well, if you don't know, MGM...
There's a giant lion.
Yeah, so at the beginning of pretty much like every movie when we were kids, it was officially acquired by Amazon.
Oh, here we go. Acquisition time.
Yeah, Amazon's expanding and bought the company for...
Because Bezos needs more money.
Yeah, he obviously needs more money, even though he lets go of $8.45 billion to buy it. Without a public response from the FTC on whether or not they will challenge the deal. So reports have suggested that for months that the FTC was considering a challenge, and the Wall Street Journal noted earlier this month that Amazon certified it had given the FTC all necessary information, setting a mid-month deadline that it would close the deal with or without a response from the agency. So they're just basically saying, screw you, we're doing what we want. We're Amazon. I'm Jeff Bezos.
I own the government.
I own everything. I am everything. And basically, Amazon's landmark acquisition of the entertainment giant behind James Bond, Rocky, The Addams Family, The Handmaid's Tale, and a host of other iconic shows and movies should help bolster Amazon's existing Prime Video library. So, obviously, they're, like we said earlier, they're trying to stay relevant and stay on top of the streaming service game. And this would definitely pull for them, and it could also be a potential for, like, more shows, more originals, things like that, which could be good. So, the addition of MGM's massive collection, not to mention the possibility for more originals, as I said, It may help Amazon's streaming service get an edge on Netflix, HBO Max, and Disney's family of services. But as it stands, Prime subscribers pay a newly increased fee. Oh, that sounds very familiar.
Yeah, surprising.
Of $139 a year to gain access to over 26,000 movies and 2,700 series available on Prime Video, along with other perks like free 2-day shipping on any purchases from the site. So this certainly feels like the year of companies buying out developers and studios.
And raising prices.
And raising prices, yeah. We can pay for it, right? Yeah, because we're all just rich, like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk.
So it's
cancel it all.
So Prime sounds like it's a big number there with that 139, but I kind of just did the math, and it's only about 11.5.
So $11.50 a month.
Yeah, I mean that's not horrible for
no.
But I mean they just hit you with a big chunk.
But you also got to understand they can actually have lower prices because honestly that subscription applies to a lot more than just streaming. I think that's where Amazon kind of separate themselves from every other streaming service.
Yeah, Amazon streaming pisses me off.
Why is that?
Because every time I want to watch something, I have to rent it.
No.
But I mean, they have more leeway when it comes to streaming, because they have a lot more equity, I guess, to kind of burn off because they have not only their streaming stuff, but they also have their shop and they make tons of money on that.
Well, that's like no contest on that.
Exactly.
Let's just buy it off Amazon.
I'm just saying, we don't really, with all these companies doing this and now streaming services getting involved with it, like, I never thought that I'd be alive when the entire world became monopolized. But,
Hey, we said it. It's gonna happen. Space is gonna be monopolized.
I'm looking for a dude that's got like a all gray beard, or not beard, but mustache that just kind of like goes out like Red Baron style and everything. And I just want a guy that looks like that with a monocle to walk up to me and be like, "Do not pass go, not cut $200." You're like, you just took $200 from me this year for the subscription.
But I want Park Place.
Let's go with the original analogy you were using with a big white beard. Going, you shall not pass!
Unless you pay a fee of $39.95.
I'm Gandalf the Poor.
I mean, they are, to be honest, it's topical with Amazon since they're making the Lord of the Rings series.
Oh, man.
Right.
True.
So, speaking of series, Eric, you have told us about Resident Evil. What about Silent Hill?
Oh, yes, Silent Hill.
One dark city to another dark city.
Right? Which I have a question for everybody sitting tonight.
Yes.
But Silent Hill's trademark renewed. Reboot or sequel incoming?
Question mark?
It's almost like, like they're dropping a bomb on us and be like, incoming! I'll go ahead and ask my question. In your all's opinion, what was the scarier of the game franchises, Silent Hill or Resident Evil?
Ooh.
Think about that.
Didn't play either.
I would say Silent Hill.
Same.
Because it messes with your psyche. It doesn't scare you, but it messes with your psyche. Because with Resident Evil, it's obvious what's there. It's zombies. Now,
did you know about the dog through the window?
No, but all it did was just scare me. It wasn't necessarily something. Like, once you get scared, that's it. You know it's there. It's forever there. But with Silent Hill, it was more or less like, oh, what happens if I go in this dark-ass room? What's going to be there? And it's like, is it going to be this or is it going to be this? And every time, it never just like went for the obvious scare. It was always a build-up, and they really, with the music and the ambient sounds and all that kind of stuff, it really puts you in that mindset of like, fuck.
Did it really get you with the Pyramid Head guy? When you were in a hallway with just your flashlight, and you could hear him dragging something, but it was far away, and he would get closer. So it was more psychological than anything.
Exactly. That's why I think it's the better of the franchise.
Yeah, too bad the movie wasn't psychologically anything.
I don't know, the part where Pyramid Head skins that girl right in front of that church, that was pretty good. I liked that.
I just couldn't get my mind wrapped around the fact that there was so much ash outside.
I know.
And I'm like, wow. And then I walk outside, like, because where we live, the weather changes every 5 seconds. So you walk outside and you're like, holy shit, am I in Silent Hill?
I know, right?
No!
I might make a note for everybody listening that literally last week we were walking through snow. And now this week it's 70-degree weather.
So we literally are in Silent Hill.
And
But you could always ask the Reddit user, Long John Silver. Long Dong. Noticed the updated trademark by Konami, which came alongside renewals for Frogger, Gradius, the Water Margin, and can you help me with this one?
Tokimeki.
Memorial. The franchise has been dormant since 2012, outside of a very brief appearance in the 2014s with PT. Konami released the playable teaser to tease a new game, that's a lot of teasing, called Silent Hills, intended to be directed by Hideo Kojima and I can't ever say his first name. You gotta roll your tongue.
Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, Del Toro guy.
Del Taco. But we all know what happened there. Yeah. In the end, I feel like Konami will just sit on the trademark and or make
pachinko machines.
Out of the franchise. The only real hope for the franchise is a buyout of the trademark by another company. Oh, and we've been talking about what?
Acquisition.
Yeah, monopolizing. So please, I mean, we talked about it last week with the user that actually sit there and what was it? He bought the name?
He bought the website.
Yeah,
okay.
Which he still has.
So, I mean, you don't really... what we explained to you all last week is you don't have to do much. They're just forgetting about franchises. So, please, don't screw it up too bad.
As much as I hate to say, again, there's one age-old saying that the internet has been going around with this whole story in general. But fuck Konami.
Well, you know what they could do is somebody could come in, you know, whether it be a hacker or somebody, you know, with a little bit, you know, maybe just a cool username or whatnot, you know, Hungry Box, who knows? Or anything like that, or Pokemon.
Or Long John Silver.
Yeah, something. I'm just waiting for someone to uppercut through the competition. I really want to see a singles match. I'm missing Mortal Kombat S-type. Some Street Fighter thrown in. Some Fatal Fury. Me and Joe. You know, because, I mean, that's what you're looking at me like.
You know, there's something that...
If y'all hear like a big... just. If you hear a bunch of stuff ruffling around, that's him jumping over the podcast table. Yes, don't do it. Don't you dare. Don't do it.
Do it.
Don't.
No, my head hurts tonight.
I wonder why. Said no concussion ever.
In a world.
One man.
Name.
Who dares to go against the hierarchy?
So we missed somebody for multiple episodes now.
Yes.
One man.
Just one man.
With a Skynet.
M.
The Musk.
Did you ever realize this? Take his first and last name and the last name of the person that he wants to fight, put it all together. What's it called? An EMP. Woo! That's how we start wars.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Not going political.
I'm done. So,
make your disclaimer.
Disclaimer: we're not making this in a political term. It's Musk being Musk.
It's relevant news.
Yes. So, Elon Musk put down the gauntlet and challenged Putin to single combat.
I demand a trial by combat.
So, Tesla and SpaceX CEO Elon Musk bizarrely said in a tweet on Monday that he was challenging Russian President Vladimir Putin to single combat. His tweet was, I hereby challenge Vladimir Putin to single combat. Stakes are Ukraine, he wrote, of the words in acrylic script and the rest in English. He didn't offer any details, though, of how this was going to actually, happen.
In space!
On the ISS. For all space advertising to see.
Switzerland?
Oh.
Neutral territory?
But, I'm just visualizing in my head, with everything that's been going on, there's, a big UN meeting going on. How are we resolving this whole thing? Talk. Slam on the door! Here comes Elon Musk with his Starlink sword. He puts it into the ground and says, I demand a trial by combat.
I can see that.
Oh, no.
Oh, Musk.
Here's the thing, though. Elon Musk has been compared to a certain playboy, genius, billionaire playboy philanthropist named Tony Stark.
No. Stop that.
What if Elon Musk just bum rushes his ass up to a certain country, donned in a Tesla Mach 1 spacesuit, and just annihilates it?
I don't know.
All right, so I'm going to tell you how this is going to go. You're going to have Musk in one corner, and he's going to look like Guile. You're going to have Putin walk in. He's going to look like Zangief. And it's not going to be chest hair and like a triangle on his chest. It's going to be shit.
Oh, my.
And if you've ever seen the movie Wreck-It Ralph, this is how he will sit there and talk, where he'll be like, when they have the villain, therapy session, he's like,
You are not bad guy.
but you are bad guy. Yeah, that's how that's going to go down. And I'm not saying that I'm not for anybody. I am very neutral. I'm going to join JD over here and be very neutral.
Thank you.
But if Putin does not do the spinning pile driver move, like jumping up, I'm going to be really sad. Sorry, but I am. Because, we had actually talked about this. As you are pulling up the picture that we had talked, God. We understand Putin likes horseback, okay? I don't need to know how built the dude is.
No.
Shameful.
Well, that's now my history that I need to.
Oh, I thought you were saying that's going to be your background from now on.
No. Oh, gosh. But, anyway.
I
don't know.
I really don't know a safe ending on that story because
Apparently there's a tornado warning where I live.
Oh, no.
Not a watch, a warning.
A warning, yeah. My wife says that the tornado sirens have been going off for the past 10 minutes.
it's a clown-nado.
Oh, no!
And on that note, everyone,
We'll be back.
We'll be right back.
Is that dirty bean water not helping you wake up in the morning? That certain brand's not the best part of waking balls with Cuddle Coffee. From the makers of the Cuddle Nut, bring you the strongest in coffee. Cuddle Coffee is made from the best coffee beans, cultivated in the richest volcanic soil, a literal active volcano. Poppy! So you know our coffee is the strongest shit you've ever had. Our coffee is ready to brew in our patented NADTech filter spheres, so you can slam these balls into your coffee maker and get your day started right. Here's a testimonial from one of our devoted fans.
I say, give me some of that freshly squozened life nectar.
Cuddle Coffee. Grab your morning by the balls. Yeah!
And we're back.
we're back.
Hello.
Bye, everyone.
Oh, hey. Well, I will say we're going to call it here at this point with stuff going on.
Yeah.
As always, everybody, like, comment, and follow our Facebook and Instagram, Republic of the Geek. If you like this podcast, support us through our Gen X Patreon, patreon.com/Gen X Podcast, and anchor.fm/Gen X, as well as through the Twitch channel. Every little bit helps. See y'all.
Thanks, everyone.
Clownado.